What's going on, beautiful people? It's your host, Drake B. Drake, with Everything Culture, and it is Sunday evening. It is actually 7:40. We're 10 minutes late. We apologize. We're coming in from the great small city of Tyler, Texas. We were just celebrating Resurrection Sunday with the family, and we had to hit that highway. We had to hop on 59 and make it back so we can be here with y'all. So thank y'all so much for being with us. We are streaming from the TikTok, from the Tube. I think we got the book as well, and if Meta, all that good stuff. But yeah, we just happy to have y'all this Sunday, this Resurrection Sunday. Okay, and yeah, we come together every Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk about what's happening this past week, what's going on in our hearts, our minds. We do check-ins with our viewers, and we're thankful to have y'all here. As always, he is risen. All right, you better believe it, better believe it. But how y'all been? How y'all doing? Make sure to tap the screen, engage in the chat. If you're listening to this later, share it with your friends and family, and make sure to follow and support. But yeah, thank y'all for being here. So how was everyone's Sunday? If you celebrate, what we celebrate, thank y'all for, spreading the good word and the gospel and things of that nature. This is always exciting and loving. I'm usually not the person that enjoy the large church crowd. I'm still not. I don't know why I even say usually. I'm just not. I'm a person that I like going for the word, and that's what I eat. That's what I like to consume and go forward. But some people still make sure they're gonna step out with their Sunday's best. They want to, suited and booted for the other folks. But I saw a lot of multicolor outfits on today. I've seen full solid color pastels and full purples and greens. People, but do y'all think that is definitely a tradition and a culture, especially where I'm from, East Texas. I saw, adult men with full purple on. What's called, I think what they go Mother's Day, Easter, New Year's Eve, or New Year's or Christmas. Is that what it is? CME? That's what it is. CME. Christmas, Mother's Day, Easter. I think that is that it. I don't know. Don't get me started. But hey, show up, go for the word. Don't go for just a fashion show, anything that nature. Give back, and don't be a stranger. That's what I tell you. Don't be a stranger. So I was able to see quite a few of my classmates, and I wanted. I was on my mind. Well, before that, I was saying on my mind. I like, please. I tell people read the word. I've seen a lot of people who do content creation and things of that nature, telling folks who consider themselves Christians or like about Good Friday, and they're like, it's nothing good about Good Friday, right? Yeah, we know. It's good that he did it for us, but it's a terrible experience. It's right there in the book. You don't take my word for it. It's in the book. That's why I tell people, don't just go look for yourself. But I'm just mindful that it's such an experience, and I tell people about the gift of love, and that's the foundation we have here for this platform here. Love, man, and that is the epitome of love. Whether people understand it, like I don't know anybody personally that would do that for me. Don't get me start playing no Vicky Winers in here. Oh what love, baby. Let me tell you. That he hung his head. They stretched him right, hung his head, and there he died, baby. But that's not where the story is, because in 3 days he rose again. That's love. But it's beautiful. But I know sometimes people get things misconstrued, and the best way to stop that is to have faith, open your book, and go forward from there. Yeah, I'm full of love right here. Hey, me. So going back to my hometown, y'all already know I had to go by the great Mercados. Good time, good food, good rest. Had my fajitas, had my salsa with the parquet in it. Okay, it's a East Texas tradition. Couldn't miss it. Was able to kick with my aunties, saw some of my neighbors. Once again, saw some of my classmates. Always good to see them. And I am just grateful to come back home. But I know it's been a long day, Mrs. No, this class is gonna miss. We're gonna be praying for your sister Kiara, definitely. Definitely. Let us know. We'll share that information. Hmm. But it was on my mind, like going around my hometown. I don't recognize a lot of folks anymore. I'm like, am I getting to that? Have I been gone that long that people don't know me and I don't know them? It's a lot of faces that I just don't know. Then I realized I've been gone from my hometown almost 20 years. So I've lived outside of my hometown compared to living in my hometown, you know? And that's just something I realized like it's a lot of growth. It's beautiful, but I'm getting old too. Once again, we hit 40 this year with everything culture. And it's just something I make sure I'm thinking about how we want to do it, how we want to celebrate. We was able to celebrate my kin folks' birthday. Ruby Johnson, she hit the 4-0, and while there, just seeing all my peers, how we've been friends since Head Start, elementary, middle school, high school, college, and we still have great relationships with one another. It's a beautiful thing. It was funny because I don't know, it just came to mind. We all graduated the year 2004. And if you from where I'm from, that's '04. And '04 is turning 40. So I think that I'm gonna make that the thing for my birthday, including with everything culture. We're about to go ahead and buckle down and start planning for the B Day. What we're gonna do, we still want to do a meetup with y'all, with our people, with our community. If y'all want to fly in, if y'all want to come through, y'all want to I think I'm gonna do a live show. I'm gonna find a venue so we can make sure to have good conversations. I want anybody can come through to come through so we can congregate and fellowship with one another. And then I want to make sure, like, hey, just have a good time, enjoy, eat, be merry, love one another. Try to do something bigger and continue to grow. So yeah, when again Friday, I was able to meet with some of my folks. Was able to meet my homegirl Jess for the first time. Linked up with Rello. We're trying to plan an event, maybe at the end of April, early May. Some type of game night. But this is just for y'all. This is just for y'all. We ain't telling everybody yet. This is just for something we go plan for the future. But I want to have a good time, man. Like life is life. I don't want to call it short, but life is beautiful, and we want to make it better every day. Okay, you feel me? Hello, Paige. I don't know about that, you know, but appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Once again, new episode out. We're gonna have another new episode out. Make sure y'all can follow us anywhere you see or hear everything culture. It is not I, it's only a A. Please tell your folks, tell your people. But mm, 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 mm. Woo. Yeah, I was just looking at the dates and like, bruh, things are growing. Kids are getting older. Families getting old. It's just so much that's happening. Even friends. Saw some of my classmates, and I'm like, a lot of it, like looking good. Like one of my homegirls, like I saw her, and I saw her from a distance. I like that couldn't be her because she still looks so young. Maybe that's looks. And I like that was you. How you been? And I try to keep it short because I'm still young at heart. I ain't trying to be like them old folks back in the day and just soak up the whole conversation. Is like, but we here though. We here though. We here though. Oh, you in Miami? Shoot it to us, Kiara. We could definitely chat about it and how we show support. Um, because it's needed. It's needed. That's how we have to do with community. Okay. Ooh, I got this over here. Sorry, y'all that's listening. But yeah, happy birthday, Ruby. Happy birthday. Yeah, oh, she was on vacation in Miami. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, we go chop it up. We go chop it up. So we getting some things together. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all for the likes. Um, once again, it's Resurrection Sunday, but it's also Child Abuse Prevention Month. We're gonna be talking a lot about that through the month of April. The history of child abuse and neglect, and we're gonna talk about what is child abuse and neglect. What are some things that you can recognize and share and prevent? How we can be better at making these changes? So these are things we're pushing for. Hey, yeah, I go get the invite. Hey, Chef, how you doing? Once again, if y'all want to join us here on the what's this app called StreamYard, let us know. We ain't gonna be on StreamYard too long. We're gonna be putting this together, this thing to edit and slide on out to y'all later in the week. But it's I'm getting back into my editing vibe. I'm getting back into the swing of things. It's been some time, but it's needed. I know the people want to converse with us on different topics. We had a great live last week discussing fostering, and we're gonna keep bringing it back for the month of April. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Hold on, let me. Hold on, hold on. We good, Juice? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Bring it back. All right, all right. You know, we all safety first over here. But hey, friend. How's our Sunday? Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna put on to the side till she's in a safer place. But we just happy to see our people. Cause we streaming right now. Okay, okay, okay. We're back. We're back. We're back. Now, unless you like, you can come. If you, we can hear you. If y'all want to come, we can hear you. I want to make.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. Is that better? Can you actually hear me, or is it like distorted?
it's a little muffled, but you fine.
Okay. Cool, cool.
You
What's
fine.
up?
How
Happy
was
Easter. Happy Resurrection Day, y'all.
how was it? Did you do a lot of singing?
A lot of singing. A lot of singing, child. I'm tired. Actually, I just left a little photo shoot. My own photo shoot. I took my magnetic phone mount from
Mm-hmm.
TikTok Shop
Yeah.
and went to this park, local park, and took a bunch of pictures. I couldn't find a took a picture of me and my dog.
We're having some technical difficulties because she in them
Oh,
hills.
you're frozen.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. It's okay. Isn't you in the hills? You'll get somewhere. We will hear you soon.
How was your trip home?
My trip home was great. Once again, seeing family, good food, some friends, classmates. I still got to go through Facebook. I'm gonna talk about this too. I because I I'm gonna ask y'all, how do y'all feel when you friends with somebody on social media, but y'all don't talk to each other in real life?
As messed up as it might sound, I prefer I'm friendlier over the web where I don't have to see you in person. I'd rather communicate that way, depending on who it is.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, okay, okay.
Happy Resurrection Sunday, everybody.
Resurrection Sunday. She'll say I just met her with one of my TikTok buds today. Okay, I love that. See, connections. So, Jay, you say you prefer a parasocial relationship rather than a virtual relationship rather than an actual real life relationship with some people. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Okay, okay, nah, perfect. Yeah, these are things that I don't know. I'm different. I'm like I'm just since I'm the same way in real life. I expect we have to be the same way in person. So you can't talk to me in person. Why you want to talk to me online? That's how I feel. But hearing that different perspective is needed so I can grow.
For me,
Um,
like I will be willing to talk to like everything culture, family and stuff in real life and on social media.
yeah.
It's then it's also some people just like you seem like you're funnier online than in real life.
Hmm.
Like it's some people give that vibe, and then these people in my real life, I was just like, I'd rather just if we can, I'd rather talk to you virtually or non-personally and stuff like that because it's too much. Sometimes my sister is one of them people that I'd rather talk to online.
Thank you, babe.
That's just me.
Okay. Okay. I'm following you. I'm following you. Yeah. I think, I'm always big about creating spaces and what's good and what's good for me. Once again, creating boundaries and creating spaces for those things is always a mindset to have. And that's something I've grown for. Just realizing who's here for me in one way and who's here for me in the other. Hello, once again, happy Resurrection Sunday, y'all. Um, so this is just the first. Yeah, this is the first Sunday of the month. So I'm gonna try to make sure for the rest of the month how we're gonna continue to transition into conversations and follow up with some videos too. What's been going on? It's it's always a lot going on, unfortunately, but well, fortunately and unfortunately, but I want to make sure how we continue to stay well equipped and well in the know about each other as well as about the news and our well-being and always about culture. I want to make sure we can come together in these spaces to have a little bit more feedback on the topics that we're going to discuss. And you know, that's the responsibility I'm putting myself for the month of April. Um, Work has been great. Once again, having a good time with that. Um, I'm excited for tomorrow, so I ain't gonna be on too late with everybody tonight. So we gonna be on here. How what time is it? Where's the time at? Where's the time at? By another 4 minutes, and I'm gonna chop it over with our folks that's over here on the yard. But it's it's good. It's good. Um, I was good seeing my sister. Oh Lord, let me tell y'all something. I alluded to this in a video. Another thing is, I ain't got time to talk about it tonight. I was gonna talk about the whole smoking and nicotine and health thing. I'm still working on mine. I'm still trying to get out there. I go to the gym, but I'm just trying to be more active in the cardio, the running, and the, going back and forth. Oh yeah, I had a great day, definitely. But and I don't want to continue. I gotta respect other people's boundaries too. That's something I'm reminded of. I must respect other people's boundaries. Even though if I'm not happy with something they're doing and I care about them, I could be a bit more not only vocal, but may I say unkind about it as well. Unfortunately, me, old me, try to be kind. Hey, Jessica, I was just talking about you a second ago. In a good way. In a good way. How was your weekend? Yeah, not me. But yeah, I can be a little. I try to consider myself straightforward and blunt, but you know, if I don't like people that I love smoking cigarettes, I'll probably throw them, break them in front of you, snatch them at your hand, your mouth, throw them in not in the grass, but like in the sewer, something like that, or some water. Like, cause I care, but if, look, for instance, I shouldn't be eating cupcakes. Okay, I shouldn't be eating no cupcake or anything too sweet. But if somebody grabbed a cupcake out of my hand while I'm eating it and smush it in front of me, yeah, I may have to get some bail money for that brother. Okay. But the reaction won't be too kind and friendly. I could imagine it happening right now. But knowing boundaries and I'm really trying to be more patient with my words. I definitely see both sides. I definitely see both sides. I talk about use, abuse, and addiction. I used to talk about it a lot more back in the day, but we all suffer from it from somehow, some way. Where some people may be uber disciplined. I'm not. I'm a little lackadaisy on some things. But I'm trying to become better. But I can't force myself on someone else if I want them to be what I want them to be. They got to want it for themselves. And it goes back to building those boundaries. So when I tell you I love you and I'm like, it's good because people will make excuses after excuses for something that they want. Once again, guilty. Big guilty. But I always say I want to make progress because I'm not perfect. It's no, so I don't expect to be perfect. I just expect to make progress. That's the goal. And coming back to some of the topics, some of the themes for the month of April, I would love for y'all to communicate with me. What would y'all want to hear from, especially regarding the child welfare or child abuse prevention? You know, I would love to hear more from you all. You can DM me on IG, Twitter or here on TikTok, please don't be a weirdo. Please don't. Yeah, I know it's Autism Awareness Month as well. Okay, okay. Once again, Renata definitely gonna be putting the work in for that. So I just want people to be, it don't stop, but with the prevention month, it just, what numbers to call, who to reach out to, understanding, for instance, do people still use stranger danger, the term stranger danger? Do a quick little thing before we hop off. Y'all just hearing this right now. I'm just waiting for the chat to respond. Kinda. I still use the term. Okay. So, understanding stranger danger is dangerous within itself because it builds a false illusion that only strangers will harm you. Okay. Only strangers can abuse and neglect you. When actually the fact is, usually it's someone that you know or someone that knows your family that you may trust is the one who may perpetrate on the child or a youth. Okay. So that's why stranger danger is not always the best to utilize. Understand what was growing? Look, look at that guy over there. That guy is less likely to do something to you rather than someone. And the same thing with the parents. They build that trust with that person. And if they say, "Oh, I trust this person," and something happens, the child or the youth may feel less likely to speak up against it because this person has such a strong relationship with them. I don't want to ruin it. So there's so much to go into it. Hello, she's simply heaven sent. But we can continue to bring those type of topics up every day for the month of April, and we will continue to have conversations as well. And I'm excited for it. This is for education purposes mainly, and I'll make sure to try to mediate and communicate effectively with our guests and what's the intentions of it. Because I know sometimes when we get too much into that feeling mindset rather than the fact mindset, things can get lost in translation. But we're gonna work it out. Deep family loyalty to just shut up. Yeah, 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 yeah. But we have to make sure to communicate, follow through, and don't be so quick to take anybody's word for it. Hello, KC, welcome in. But overall, y'all, this has been a great little bit of conversation this week. We're gonna be having some more episodes for everyone, but we greatly appreciate y'all. Ooh, what is going on? We greatly appreciate y'all being here, and we'll follow through with y'all later, man. Yeah, have a great week. Make sure to like, share, comment, and tell your more people about everything culture. And we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.